Okay, I am back. I will continue beating up bosses, but first I'm actually going to read their descriptions. Starting from the second act, because I haven't read almost any of their descriptions. Especially since it is almost morning. So, descriptions starting from not her, we already read hers. Frostman. Vincent the Frostbringer. A stalwart champion of law and order in Dunley. It's his mission to protect the common people with his chilling gifts. Some say his methods have been getting more harsh and violent ever since his sister was banished. Oh, so this guy is the sibling of this girl. Cool. When the Church of Luminescence first discovered the abilities granted by the Blood Rain, they took it as a blessing from the light. Incidentally, masking the truth of Dracula's influence. I'm not trying to pronounce her name. Is one such faithful servant of the church. This cruel disciplinarian takes her continued mastery of light as evidence that her torturous methods of enforcing her beliefs are a necessary tenet of her faith, and she very much enjoys proving her righteousness. So all of these guys have Dracula's blood. Every last V-blood has Dracula's blood running through their veins. Cool. Now time for Tristan the Vampire Hunter. A cold-blooded killer, and the scorn of a long line of vampire hunters. Few are as prepared to face the rising tide of the vampire threat as Tristan, and his drive to exterminate the last of the unholy threat is second to none. Major, the Dark Servant. A brilliant, obsessive scholar that resides in an ancient family library, discovering its long-lost secrets in pursuit of a goal intuitively passed through her family's bloodline. Culmination of generations' work is at her ink-stained fingertips to open a way to the world of demons. I don't know why she wants to. Right. Were these shelves actually useful? I'm gonna double check that real quick. I think they're just ornamental. There we go. Yeah. They're just ornamental. There are few creatures on the face of Vidoria, I still don't know how to pronounce the name, as ancient as this lady. I'm not going to try and pronounce her name. Mysterious and surrounded with shadow, magic, and undeath. I don't think undeath is a word. It is said that when Dracula fell and the poisonous blood rains soaked the land, she stood willingly in the deadly downpour. Some say she embraced the dark power of that corruption and made it her own. Today she serves as high priestess of the cult of the damned. They changed her description. She used to be one of Dracula's brides. I remember this because she's one of the few descriptions I read in the early access. Or at least people thought she was one of Dracula's brides. So they changed her description. Cool. I don't know if it was good or bad, but still, they changed it. Krieg. Edna, you choose. A truly impressive strategic mind in life. Krieg. I think it's Krieg. Saw an early end for his mistaken faith in his allies. Though he was sent to an unjust grave, he was like any great mastermind and had contingencies in place for just such an occasion. A dark deal with an entity of undeath allowed him to rise again and take his revenge. Now he serves the cult of the damned with renowned purpose, fully immersing himself into the... What's that word? Words! I am not good with them. Enigmatic cause. And Meredith, one of the few other names that I actually know how to pronounce. Meredith is a true believer in the Church of Luminescence. She believes her power is a gift from the light to wield against dark forces, such as the original paladins were given the light to strike down Dracula and the vampire legions. As brave as she is naive to the Church's descent into... I don't know the first word. I don't actually know that word. It's avarice. It means an excessive desire or greediness. Ooh, fancy words. Avarice and gluttony. This holy archer is blinded by the light, focused only on her pursuit of justice at any cost. And now she's dead. A true artist with a deep love for the process of creation. She thinks of herself much like she thinks of her glass. It is beautiful and practical, chaotic and tame, strong and yet delicate. In the same way, her style of glass blowing is methodical and daring. I think that's methodical. Yeah, that's methodical. While she is a master of her craft, she wears many savage burn scars of her haphazard approach. Yeah, and I'm not gonna go fight her. Or this guy. Well, I might fight this guy eventually, but not right now. Oh yeah, he gave me fancy stairs. Let's go see what the fancy stairs look like. I need to dedicate a whole episode or just some time to decorating. Anyways, where was I? Right. Bane the Shadow Blade. Once a formidable swordsman and legendary grave robber, Bane was caught by the cult of the damned during one of his many heists. Seeing the benefit of his talent for infiltration, instead of killing him, they corrupted him into a servant of undeath. It's said that his clandestine abilities were crucial in the capture and corruption of the iron mine over the militia. The militia are not all that strong, actually. General Elenia. I have no idea if that's right, but I'm going to keep pronouncing it that way anyway and frustrate everyone. Elenia was once a talented weaver, a wife, a mother, and a friend. Now she is none of those things. When Dracula's forces descended on her village and harvested its people, she hid in the chaos and witnessed the horror firsthand. Discovered by the immortal king himself, he saw an opportunity to twist a suffering creature to his whim. He shaped her into an ice-cold killing machine, a perfect servant of the Legion of Necrotum. I don't know how to pronounce that, and that's a name, so I won't be able to look it up. Frostmaw the Mountain Terror. An unspeakable horror. He's not that scary. That lurks in the snowy corridors of the hollowed mountains. Plural? What do you mean plural mount? I don't see multiple mountains over here. It's just the one. Some say it used to be a simple woodsman. Most don't dare invoke its name at all. He gave me a nice bag. I don't know how to pronounce her name. The result of a long line of Earth speakers. There are Earth speakers here? Cool. Tirith, I think that's how you pronounce her name, resides up in the solitude of the mountains among sparkling gem veins and rugged boulders. Again, there aren't any mountains on this map. Unless we're all on a single mountain. Despite her stoic appearance and demeanor, communing with the spirits of nature has driven her quite insane. Also, obsidian is useless. This is another guy I haven't killed yet. Alright, I don't have the fancy stairs. 'Cause I haven't killed him yet. Right! Razel the Shepherd? That's how I'm pronouncing his name from now on. The head and heart of the Dunley Monastery, and a true believer in the light. Razel is known for his persuasive sermons and harsh fire and brimstone rhetoric. It is believed that his holy power is granted by his incredible righteousness, largely because he keeps saying so. Jade the Vampire Hunter. A huntress from a noble house in Bright Haven. Not Heaven, Haven. Famous for their development of new age weaponry that rivals even the genius of the scientists of Gloomrot. They developed flintlock guns. Gloomrot is not that good at making weapons. After the disappearance of her brother, Rumor has it the expert marksman stole an impressive arsenal of experimental weapons to aid in her hunting down the culprit. Wait a minute, why is she a vampire hunter in this case? This is another one whose description I remember. She was hunting a specific vampire in the early access, who you could meet. But she was hunting that one vampire, and that's what made her a vampire hunter in the early access. Why is she a vampire hunter now? She's just looking for the guy who kidnapped and or killed her brother. I'm not trying to pronounce his name. Once a highly skilled and respected officer within the ranks of the Church of Luminescence, he served as a powerful paladin who led a troop tasked with hunting down Dracula himself. Man, that guy's old. His mission ended in failure, overpowered by the immortal king and forced into servitude. With the dark influence of his sentient blade, Nightfall Edge, affecting his mind, he now serves as a loyal general for the Legion of Dracula. I don't care about names. I didn't think his blade was actually alive. His blade is alive. And you stab him with it. Cool. I'm not pronouncing his name either. An old soldier and a veteran of many battles, he is perhaps the most trusted man in all of Dunley. The militia serves him without question, and he in turn serves them to the best of his ability. Don't let his age fool you. He's got plenty of fight left in him. Yes, he actually still is. No, he is the second hardest boss in this act now. No, he was always the second hardest boss. Because Bane was overpowered. Yeah, none of these guys in this act could have beaten Bane. Well, this guy might have beaten Bane. But he's the only one that might have beaten Bane in a fair fight. In the early access. That's how overpowered Bane was. And I am so glad they nerfed him to a reasonable level. Like, he's still difficult, but he's not unreasonable.